Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share. This episode is sponsored by Follow Up Boss, one of the leading CRMs, client relationship managers for residential real estate. Tons of top producing agents and some of the fastest growing teams out there are using Follow Up Boss to increase lead conversion, eliminate busy work that you're not doing anyway, and frankly, deliver a higher class experience in real estate to everybody who chooses you as their realtor of choice. So if you're going to keep listening to this, which I know you will, there's more information and a personal review of Follow Up Boss. For more information, go to followupboss.com/crazy. Where have you been able to have some kind of crazy impact, whether it's crazy jaw-dropping or just crazy, amazingly cool based on what you've learned through the stages of your professional life?
So like you said, there's different sellers that have different situations, right? Some of them, they just need the traditional simple route listed on the MLS and take 30, 40 days and they're done, right? And sometimes that's not even a solution for them. And I didn't even realize this was common. And so I had a really cool experience, and I'm going to share this story because it's someone that means something to us. So she was actually at our house this morning. My wife's here in the office with me today, helping create some TikToks. And her name's Maria. It's a cute little family. So she nannies for us and helps do some cleaning. And she even cleans some of my rentals, and she helps clean the, our flips and a few other things. And she's a sweetheart. And so is her husband, Carol. We actually even helped them find a property on our same street, so they can be close to us. So what happened in their situation was they had a house. They had saved up their whole lives to buy a house. So with cash, they bought their house. Well, the house they bought had some fire damage. So they were just going to buy it and fix it up themselves. So they did so, but they were living in it while they were fixing it up. And, the electrical wasn't on. There was some issues. There was a wood burning stove that they were cooking on and heating the house. There was some, it was pretty rough. It was a pretty rough situation, but they had saved up and they were going to make it their home. They were so excited about it. Well, then they had something really crappy happen. The city showed up and said, you guys can't live here. It's not livable. You have to have a civil engineer come in and fix it up and fix the fire damage and make it livable. Then you guys can move in. Well, they didn't necessarily have all of the money to fix it immediately, right? And so what they did is they moved out of the house and rented another house. And then that house was just sitting there vacant as they were fixing it up. Well, then they had two addresses listed under their name. And for some of their Social Security and some of their benefits, they were going to lose that because they had the two addresses.
Okay, so I told y'all that I would do a review of Follow Up Boss, because I'm your friend in real estate, and I did. Now, there's a blue million CRM out there. I mean, if you go to any Facebook group, every realtor's like, which one should I use? Which one should I use? And you know that these CRM, which are client relationship managers or customer relationship manager, whatever you want to call it, it's truly a system that's just designed to help you know what to do next, because you're very busy and you're a multitasker in real estate with all those different tasks and balls up in the air. You need something to help you stay on track, and that's what Follow Up Boss does. Now, this cell phone, not a CRM, y'all. When you save a name and a phone number in there, that is basically a Rolodex. Follow Up Boss is going to take the names and phone numbers and also help you know what to do next, so you can maintain these relationships with your neighbors. Because that's what this is about. Real estate is not about serving just prospects and clients. It's about taking great care of your neighbors' needs in real estate. And if you'll use a tool like Follow Up Boss, where they remember you, they might even call you when they're ready to buy or sell again, or when their mom and daddy do, or their best friend or their kid, and you want to be top of mind, that's what a product like Follow Up Boss will do for you. Truly, it's going to change your business when you start paying better attention to people. They don't have to know you used Follow Up Boss, but they'll totally understand that they are being heard by you. So now there's a free trial for my people because you're loved. Go to followupboss.com/crazy. No credit card is required. And frankly, because you're my people and we made an ask for you, Follow Up Boss said, yes, you get double the free trial. That's actually enough time to log in, put some pieces in it, and watch it change your business as it has for so many realtors and teams nationwide. Again, go to followupboss.com/crazy to start your free trial today. Seriously?
Seriously. So they were caught between the state government saying you can't live there, you have to have 2 addresses, and the federal government saying we're going to cut off some of your financing.
All because the city decided the house wasn't habitable, even though they owned it and then we're working on it.
Yeah.
Government overreach is everywhere.
Yeah. So it was so sad, right? And like, so they ended up listing it with an agent because they had to, because they saved up for this house and they're going to sell this house, right? And we do a lot of marketing. Our names are out there. We're on the radio. We send postcards. We cold call. We do lots of stuff, right? We're always trying to find people we can help. So they find out about us and they call us. I find out it's listed. Well, okay, well, I need to talk to your real estate agent because you have a contract with your agent. I need to talk to your agent, right? So I called the agent and I said, hey, these people reached out. They told me the story, what's going on. I didn't know it was listed. They reached out to us. And I was like, so I called you to work with you, because sometimes investors and agents can get mad at each other and think that they're undercutting. And I would never want to do that. So I called the agent and I explained what they had told me and what the situation was. And I said, I would love to help them and figure out a solution where they can still keep the home because they don't want to sell it. They're being forced to sell it. So what we did is I hired my attorney to figure out their situation to see if we can get an extension on their financing so they wouldn't lose it, right? With paperwork showing what I was going to do. So what we ended up negotiating and structuring is I was going to take my own personal money and my crew and go in and fix up the house correctly. Right, to code. And then I would have a lien on the house and they'd make payments to me and basically pay me back with a little bit of interest, but then they could keep their home. Right. And we became really close through this whole experience. They got to move into their beautiful new home, fully remodeled, had working AC, working heater, working, electrical, and they got to have their home. And then after a couple of years, they decided they wanted to sell it, and we ended up getting them a house closer to us, which was really nice for Karen because they help so much at the house now. And so not only were we able to help them with their house, they made much, much more money once they sold it because they basically sold a flip. And so they made more money. I made a little bit of money on the deal, but I was able to help them. And also we have an awesome relationship with these wonderful people. So, just kind of a funky structure. I've never done anything like that before, and it just worked out that way.
Okay, now don't forget to go try Follow Up Boss so that your business can continue to expand in professionalism, and then you can meet some more crazy people yourself. I really appreciate Follow Up Boss sponsoring this episode, but mainly I appreciate them for giving y'all double the free trial time with no credit card required. So make sure you go to followupboss.com/crazy and then let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.